Hi children, welcome to the next section, next session, moon. Let us discuss about the moon. Take page number 14 children. Welcome to the 5th standard, second chapter, EVS, second chapter called the lesson universe. We are discussing subject EVS. The second chapter, the lesson called the universe, and in that we are discussing about the moon. Last week she was smaller and shaped like a bow, and now she grows bigger and round as an O. Okay, do you see in the night? What do you see? This is like a O, isn't it? It's like a O. Okay, and can you guess what is being referred as she in this line? Yes, she is a moon in the night. Okay, when you see it like a seems to be bow and it grows bigger. It is very bright in shape and white and gives very bright light in the night. When does the moon appear in the sky? When does it appear? Yes, in the night. Do you observe any changes in the shape of the moon? Night after night? Which do you like most? Sunlight or moonlight? Some say they like sun, but most of them say moon because very pleasant in the night, isn't it? Okay, every child is delighted and fascinated by the sight of the moon in the sky at night. The moon is the only natural satellite of the earth and is almost spherical in shape. It is spherical in shape, and it is our closest celestial neighbor and smaller when we compare to the earth. When we compare to the earth, it is so small. It is a part of the earth, but it is when you compare to the earth and the moon, it is so small, isn't it? Which is a natural satellite to the earth? Moon. Okay. Next. Why the day and night only? Every day the moon will not be same shape. It will be changing, isn't it? Why? Let us know. The moon looks different in shape every night, and why? Okay. Every night and why? Why it looks? Okay. Then let us know. The moon cannot produce the light on its own because the sun rays falls on the moon, then it produces its light. It receives light from the sun. And reflects it. The moon takes 27.3 days to orbit the earth. Okay. This is the earth. Moon. It rotates like this. Rotates around the earth. And how many days it takes? 27.3 days it takes. Okay, to around the sun. Okay. And rotates once on its axis only, it rotates. This is the reason why we see the same face of the moon always, not the other side, isn't it? We see the same face. We don't see the other face. That's why we see the different shapes. Okay, next. when the earth and moon moves together around the sun, then different part of the moon receives sunlight at different periods. Okay, different periods. And imagine, I will explain. And this is sun. Okay, and see, because different part of when the earth and the moon moves together around the sun it moves, then different part of the moon receives sunlight at different periods, isn't it? See here, the moon cannot stay only in one place, and it cannot stay same place. It has to rotate. It has to rotate and move. When it moves, it receives light from the sun. Okay, and on the earth of the moon, no, that's why we see the different shape of the moon. Okay, those parts reflect the sunlight to give the moon different look. Okay, those parts. When see, the moon comes, the earth comes to the near to the moon, and then the rays cannot take properly. Rays cannot fall on the earth properly, and that's why the moon sees to us. The moon we can see on different shapes. That's why we can able to see different shapes. The changing of shape that we see is its phase. That means the stages, the different stages, illuminated part of the moon, different stages. It depends on relative position of the sun. Okay, different relative position of the sun, the earth and the moon. Okay, relative position of the sun and earth and the moon. Okay, and sescent, of, gibbous, and full. Okay, and these are the shapes of the moon. These are the shape of the moon: sescent, of, gibbous, and full. Okay, as I explained now, because the earth the earth has to move on its own axis. It has to revolve. It has to round itself. And when it round in that process, the moon cannot receive properly the rays, light from the sun. That's why we can see the different shapes. Okay, these are the shapes: sescent, of, gibbous, and full. Next, when the moon comes between the earth and the sun, the part of the moon facing us does not receive the sunlight. Okay, when the moon comes between the earth and the sun, okay, like this. Okay, if the moon comes here, if the moon comes here, okay, if the moon comes between, when the moon comes between the earth and the sun, okay, when the moon, let me explain, draw and explain. This is the earth. Moon, sun, moon, and earth. Okay. When the moon comes between the earth and the sun, the part of the moon facing us, isn't it? The part of the moon facing us. It's facing us. That's why it does not receive the sunlight because the backside of the moon receives sunlight. That's why that moon shadow will fall on the earth. The moon shadow will fall on the earth, and that's why does not receive the sunlight. So it is not visible to us. Okay, it is not so. It is not visible to us. When the moon comes between the earth and the sun, the part of the moon is facing us. The part of the moon is facing us, and does not receive the sunlight. Isn't it? Does not receive the sunlight. The moon cannot reflect itself. The sunlight has to fall on the moon, then only it can reflect. Okay, that's why it's facing us. Since the moon is facing us, that's why it does not receive the sunlight. The moon cannot appear to us. Okay, we cannot see the moon. So it is not visible to us. The phase is called new moon. Okay, it's called this phase is called new moon. When the part of the moon facing the earth and lit by sunlight. Okay, the part of the moon is facing us and lit by the sun, and lit by the sun, and it appears semicircle. It appears like this, semicircle. Slowly it appears. Okay, and it's facing us. The moon is facing us. Okay, and sunlight lit by the moon. So that slowly we can see the semicircle. Semicircle. Semicircle, and it is called satsang. This part is called satsang. Satsang. Slowly, the area of bright surface grows larger and larger, waxing the moon till the face of the moon is fully lit up. Okay, slowly, and it changes its shapes because the axis and its position moves. And it gets the light more from the sun, and we can see the slowly it's so big light. Okay, it's called full moon. Again the full moon shrinks back to the thin surface. Waning, it's called waning. Okay, it's called waning. Waning moon. Okay, when it gets the full moon, when it comes back, it's called waning moon. Okay, when it shows its shapes, it's called waxing moon. Waxing moon. Understood? And before vanishing. Thus, this cycle of the changes in shape from new moon to new moon, which lasts 29.5 days, is considered as one lunar month. One lunar month. Okay, and the moon appears slowly to us. When it appears slowly, it looks like a semicircle. Okay, when the sun rays falls on the lit by the moon. Okay, when it lit by the moon, it appears semicircle slowly, and larger it grows. Okay, and it waning the moon. Okay, waning the moon. At last, we get the full moon. Then after that, the moon shrinks back again to the thin surface. It's called waning moon. Okay, how many days it takes? 29.5 days, and this process is called lunar month. Okay, as shown in the picture, you can see. Okay, from here, new. Okay. When the earth, okay, when the moon comes between the earth and the sun, the part of the moon facing us, does not receive. That's why we can see the black. We don't see the moon. Okay, this phase is called new moon. Okay, new moon. When the part of the moon facing the earth lit by the sun, when it lit by the sun, and it appears semicircle, slowly like this, waning crescent. Sorry, like this, waxing crescent and waxing quarter, waxing quarter. Understood? Then waning burst, then it looks like a full moon. Okay, then slowly the moon shrinks back together to the thin substance, and it vanishing for few days. Waning gibbous, waning quarter, waning substance, then renewing. Okay, this part is circle is called this cycle is called lunar month. Okay, you can assume the picture. Next, the first man to walk on the moon was called Neil Armstrong. Who went to the moon? Neil Armstrong. Neil Armstrong. He landed on the earth. He is a person. Okay. Next, let us know about the tides. Let us know about the tides. What are the tides? Okay. Okay, children. See, we are discussing about the tides. How the tides are formed. We are discussing about the tides. Okay. Tides are mainly formed by the moon's gravity. Okay. Moon's gravity. The moon goes on its own axis in the orbit. Okay. Raising and falling of the sea levels. Raising and falling of the sea levels. Okay. The tides are the periodic rise and fall of the sea level at a particular place. When the sea level rises to the greatest height, when the sea level raises tides, rises greatest height, it is known as a high tide. It is known as a high tide. When the sea level rises for its greatest height. Okay. Then when the sea level drops on the lowest height, it is known as a low tide. Okay. Low tide. Rise. High tide. Low tide. Low tide. Understood? Okay. Tides are primarily caused due to the gravitational force of the moon. Tides are primarily caused due to the gravitational force of the moon. Okay. The moon take the gravitations. Okay. Then it forms. These three, the sun and the moon and the tree. These three are the main factors creating the tides. Okay, these are three factors are creating the tides. All these three huge bodies are having different gravitational pull. Okay, the moon is having different, the sun is having different gravitational pull, and earth is having different gravitational pull, and the moon is having different gravitational pull. Okay, then what are the particular reason pull? Okay, then see, there is a gravitational pull from the moon to the earth. Okay. The centrifugal force will be there from here, from the moon. It takes the it grabs the force of the earth. Okay. Then in the process, the tides are upwards. Okay, the tides are upwards. And here also same with the gravitational power of the moon. And here also when the gravitational powers of the moon will be there, the high tide rises. Okay, and here and this center, and you will not get the gravitational power more, and that's why there is a low level tides. Okay, understood? Okay, when the sea level rises up to the greatest height is known as a high tide. When the sea level drops its lowest height, it's known as a low tide. Okay, how the tides are occur? Because of the gravitational force of the gravitational pull of the moon. Gravitational pull of the moon. Understood? Okay. Next, you can see the picture shows here low tide and high tide. The increase, decrease sea levels of water. These changes in the levels of sea water are called tides. Tides are periodic rises and falls of the levels of the ocean seas. This occurs because of the exceeds pull on the ocean water. Okay, as I told now, it pull the gravitational power on the earth. Okay, that's why it occurs. And here also same down. Okay, from north and south. And when the center comes, there is no gravitational power. Less is there. The gravitational pull of the moon less is there. That's a low tide. Understood? Okay. Next, it can be said that tides are occurred due to the mutual attraction between the sun and the earth and the moon. It can be said also attraction between the sun and the earth and the moon. Gravitational force is there. No, that's why it occurs the tides. Okay. Next, let us discuss about take page number 16. Page number 16. Page number 16. In this picture, a man is standing in the shade of the tree. Will he able to see the sun from the same position? Have you ever witnessed the disappearance of the sun during daytime in the clear sky? If you observe in the picture, you can see the man is standing under the tree. Will he observe the same position in the sun? No. Because the earth moves. Okay, earth moves. The sun in the same position, but earth is moving. Okay. Imagine how it would be if the moon disappears on a full moon day. Okay. Imagine if the sun or the moon disappears. What will happen? Sometimes these things happen for a brief period of time. This beautiful celestial phenomenon is called eclipse. Okay, we are discussing about the chapter Eclipse. Eclipse. We are discussing about the eclipse. What is eclipse? Which means upscoring of one celestial body by another. Upscoring means covering. Covering one celestial body by another. When it happens, we get the eclipse. Okay. Eclipse occurs when the sun and the moon and the earth are the straight line. Okay. Yeah. And the sun and the moon and the earth are in straight line. Sometimes the sun and the moon and the earth in course of their rotation and evolution comes in straight line. As such times the earth and the moon blocks the sunlight. Okay. That means obscuring means blocking or covering the sunlight and causes the eclipse. Okay, because the earth and the moon doesn't reflect on it on its own. It reflects by the help of sun rays, isn't it? Yeah, when it disappears, when it obscures, when it blocks, we get the eclipse shown in the picture. Okay, here see solar eclipse. Blocked by sun, it is blocked the sun, that you cannot see, and your moon. Okay. Demonstrate the casting of the shadows using a flashlight as the sun and one big ball and one small ball as the earth and the moon respectively. Okay, take this one. take a some flashlight. Okay, flashlight, take flashlight and sun, and the flashlight as a sun. Okay, model. Then one big ball you take and small ball also you take, that is the moon respectively, and keep on the table. Okay, keep on the table and you do it. Okay, as shown in the picture. Okay. Then next class we will discuss about the solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. Okay, and gravitational force. Okay, children, understood? Okay. Then before that I would like to ask some questions. How the tides are occurred? Because of the tides are periodic raises and falls of the sea levels at particular place. Okay, falling and raising the sea levels. Okay, when the sea level rises to the greatest height, there is a high tide. When the sea levels rise, when sea levels comes down to the greatest low, then it's called as a low tide. Okay, how this happen tides? Because of the primary cause due to the gravitational force of the moon attracting the moon and the sun, and okay, especially moon gravitational pull. Okay. Okay, we'll discuss in the next class about the eclipse, how the moon eclipse take place and the solar eclipse take place. Okay. Okay, children, have a nice day. Thank you.